Welcome to the YouTube video channel for my new book, Seed of Israel, DNA Guide to Tracing Your Jewish Ancestry, available on Amazon in ebook and paperback versions. Links to order your copy are below. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button to get more videos like this. In this video, I'm going to show you some really cool custom calculators that you can use to dive into your a little bit more of your admixture from the global 20 or global 25 coordinates. And in a previous video, I explained how you can get your global 25 coordinates from a gentleman named in Australia named David Weslowski, who runs the Eurogenes blog. And I'll just go over it real quickly again, how you can do that. Obviously, first you need to take the commercial DNA test through a company such as Ancestry, 23andMe, Family Tree DNA, MyHeritage. Might be a couple others, and you email your raw DNA file as an attachment to David at eurogenesblog@gmail.com, and then also at the same time send him $12 US dollars via PayPal to the same email address eurogenesblog@gmail.com, and David will analyze your DNA, your autosomal DNA, and he'll send you back your scaled and unscaled global 25 coordinates, which is really meant for PCA. And I did show in a previous video also how there you can use the Vahaduo global 25 view PCA maps, and really that's what it's for. It's just plotting your coordinates on a map to see what region you are, what populations that you're closest to. But there's some other cool things you can do with it, including using this Global 25 nMonte runner. And there's custom calculators that you can use, and there's a bunch of them. And I'm just going to kind of just scroll down and show you the ones that you can do. You can run, and I recommend running all of them and just checking them out. And I'm going to just show you some of my results a little bit later in the video. But yeah, you get some really interesting results with some of these admixture calculators here. But I'm going to focus on two of them specifically because I think it's really interesting, because I really think they show the amount of Levantine, Middle Eastern admixture in Ashkenazi Jews and other populations, and also the amount of East Mediterranean admixture in Ashkenazi Jews and other populations that I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to scroll down, and so the two that I'm going to use I'm going to show you the results of are Rand-Wolf K15 and PH2TR K12. And this is the one I'm going to show you right now. Is just the PH2TR K12. So these are basically my what I did was I used two test populations, Ashkenazi Jew averaged and Sephardic Jew averaged, and then I inputted my scaled coordinates, global 25 G25 coordinates here, Joshua scaled, and then I ran the nMontes, and so pretty cool. But and I recommend doing this for comparing yourself to all different types of populations, and you get some really interesting results. But anyway, these are my results for myself, an Ashkenazi Jew averaged and Sephardic Jew averaged for the nMonte runner custom calculator. PH2TR underscore K12. And anyway, I'm just going to zoom in here, and I'll show you. These are the fits. So the lower the number, the closest fit it is. So let's just go through the what we get here. So so I get Atlantic 10. Or excuse me, Ashkenazi Jew is Atlantic 10. I'm at Atlantic 13.33. Sephardic Jew is 5. This is just background noise. Australian 0.83. Anytime you get any Amerindian or Australian or like Turkic or these kinds of things, Siberian at 0.83, it's just background noise. So not much there. Let's see. You go to Baltic. Ashkenazi gets average is 4.17 and mine is 13.33. And I get background noise for Sephardic Jew. And then Caucasian, I'm Ashkenazi Jew is 5.83. I'm 0. And Sephardic is 4.17. And no East Asian. And Ibero-Mauritian is sort of ancient DNA samples, ancient culture from North Africa. So ancient archaeological site from North Africa again. So Ashkenazi Jew gets 1.67. I get 2.5. Sephardic Jews get 3.33. And here's Levantine, and it's like, whoa, right? So the reference population for Levantine, and I was on one of the forums, I believe it originally was Cyprus, but it was changed to Lebanese Christian, which is a much better proxy for ancient Israelite, Canaanite, and also for modern day Levantine populations. So here's the results for Ashkenazi Jew average, 68.33. For Joshua Scale, myself, 65. And Sephardic Jew average, 76.67. So not a whole lot of difference. I mean, I'm a bit lower, but it's only about 11.67% lower than your average for Sephardic Jew. And your average Ashkenazi is even higher. And then we got Mediterranean, 8.33 Ashkenazi Jew. I get 5. Sephardic Jew is 10. So no South African, no South Asian. And then you get background noise for Turkic. So, yeah. So there you go. Very similar results for myself for Ashkenazi Jew average, and then for Sephardic Jew average. And then they have like the text-friendly results here. You can scroll down and see that. You can see the closest, populations. My closest distance, Levantine, 4.44. 4.44, or that's actually Ashkenazi Jew average, and then Mediterranean, Caucasian, etc. And you can also click on this information button here to also get it listed as far as closest distances. As you can see, the closest distance to Ashkenazi Jew average is Levantine K12 at 4.447372, and then Mediterranean, Caucasian, Atlantic, Baltic, etc. And I just want to make it so. And then now I'm just going to run the Rand-Wolf K15 and show you those results. So, oops. Okay. All right. That's not going to work for now. That's okay because I have the results over here. So yeah, these were the, again, which I just showed you. But this is Ashkenazi Jew, and this is also including Sephardic Jew and Italian Jew. And so Italian Jew gets about the same as Sephardic Jew in Levantine, 74.17. And this one, the Ashkenazi Jew average, is 67.5. So very close. And this is the one I wanted to show, was the results from the Rand-Wolf K15. And this is Ashkenazi Jew, Italian Jew, and Sephardic Jew. These are all the averages. And the East Med, which is the reference population for East Mediterranean, is Cyprus. And that's 55.83 for Ashkenazi Jew, 65.83 for Italian Jew, and 75 for Sephardic Jew. And then I'm going to show you a little bit later, but if you add the Southwest Asian, it gets up to around 65% for Ashkenazi Jews. And let's see. Oh, and then this is comparing my results as an Ashkenazi Jew to Lebanese Christian and Samaritan averages. And Lebanese Christians and Samaritans are the closest modern populations to Bronze Age Levant DNA samples, the Canaanites, Israelites. So I highlighted the Levantine results, and also I'll show you right after that the East Mediterranean results. And it really shows, I think, that Ashkenazi Jews, including myself, are about half or more East Mediterranean Levantine compared to Lebanese Christians and Samaritans who are almost fully East Mediterranean Levantine. So Ashkenazi Jews get minor results from different European regions, which is why we generally cluster near South Italians, Sicilians, Maltese, Greeks, and Cretans in PCA. Lebanese Christians and Samaritans don't get these minor European results. So that is why there's some genetic distance from Ashkenazi Jews. And so I'm just going to scroll here. And you can see, I mean, I got the Atlantic, and Lebanese Christians, Samaritans do not get that Atlantic. And I believe the Atlantic peaks in the Basque region of Spain and France. And then the Baltic, it's probably from like Lithuania, 11.67. Obviously they don't get that Lebanese Christian and Samaritan. And yeah, here's the Levantine. So I get 65 for Levantine. Lebanese Christian gets 97.5 for Levantine, and Samaritan gets 95.83. And then I get a little very minor Mediterranean results and Ibero-Mauritian results there. And let's see. Yeah, and so here's the East Mediterranean, which again, the reference population is Cyprus. So for me, I get 58.33 East Mediterranean. Lebanese Christian average gets 95, and Samaritan average gets 90.83 East Mediterranean. And I get 5 North Africa. It's the same as Lebanese Christian average is 5, and Samaritans get 9.17 North Africa. But there's the North Sea. And that reference is the Netherlands. So they put me at 32.5 North Sea. So that's just probably just compiling all the European admixture that I have that you don't get. Lebanese Christians and Samaritans just don't get. Which really makes sense because we spent so much time in the European diaspora. So, let's see. Yeah, and there's Southwest Asian. So, Samaritan gets 23.33 Southwest Asian, which I believe the reference population is Bedouin. And Lebanese Christian gets 12.5 Southwest Asian. I get about anywhere from 4.4 to 5 Southwest Asian. And then I get the Southwest Europe, which is, I guess, like Iberian. And they don't get that. So, anyway, there you go. See, myself, East Med, 53.33. Lebanese Christian, 82.5. Samaritan, 75.83. As you can see. So, I'm just going to really just scroll through some of my results from the other calculators, the custom calculators. There's one that get a lot of Anatolian farmer. There's one with Europe, but most of that Europe is actually Ashkenazi Jews, so that's a bit deceptive there. There's one with 42.5 Mediterranean, 27.5 Southwest Asian, 19.17 Europe, 5.83 Caucasian, 4.17 Indo-Aryan, 0.83 North African. Here's one with that I get from the custom calculator and the nMonte Global 25 runner. Southwest Asian 30, West Med 21.67, South Atlantic 16.67, Central Europe 10.83, East Med 7.5, etc. And this one I get Macedonian Thracian 34.17, Levantine 21.67, Illyrian 15, Northwestern Iranian 9.17, Celtic Southeast 6.67, etc. And this one I get Early European Farmer 35.83, Levant 22.5, Steppe 20.83, Central Asia 10, etc. This one is Beaker Central South 35, Levant North 25.83, Beaker Central West 9.17, Levant South 6.67, And there is some context that I don't have right now as far as what the time period of these calculators. Some of them are more like based on Iron Age, some on the Bronze Age, some are ancient, some are modern. But I'm just going to quickly scroll through these. So yeah, there's the one with the high Levantine, 65.83. And there's one with Mediterranean, 88.33. And this one, kind of interesting, Maltese plus European Jewish, K25, 42.5. Then Greek plus Albanian, K25, 26.67. Then Arabic, 8.33. Central European, 7.5. Semitic, 5. Balto-Slavic, 2.5. Iberian plus Basque, 2.5. And this one is Sicilian Maltese, 40. European Jewish, 15.83. Levant, 10.83. Greek Albanian, 10. Balkan, 5.83. Basque, 5. Belgian French, 3.33. Yemenite Arab, 2.5. This one is Southeast European, 54.17. Levantine, 10.83. Balkan, 9.17. Southwest European, 8.33. Assyrian, 6.67. Arabic, 5.83, etc. And this one is Armenia Chalcolithic, 44.17. Levant Neolithic, 23.33. Beaker Iberia, 20.83. Baltic Bronze Age, 9.17. Iran Neolithic, 2.5. And there's the East Mediterranean, 58.33. North Sea, 31.67. North Africa, 5, etc. And this one is Balkanic Aegean, 95. This one's just focused on the Balkans, the Balkan populations. And this one is sort of like, I think it's like ancient Balkans, ancient Greece. So you have pre-Slavic Greek world, 50. Pre-Slavic Thracian world, 42.5. Slavic migration, 6.67. This one's Ashkenazi Jewish, 39.17. Greek and Balkan, 22.5. Italian, 16.67. Western Asian, 10.83, etc. And this one is shows Anatolia, 8300 to 7900 BC, 40.83. Levant, 7300 to 6700 BC, 25.83. Caucasus, 7900 to 7500 BC, 17.5. Eastern Europe, 9386 to 9231 BC, 11.65. And this one is South Euro K7, 98.33. And this one's just focused on European populations. So if you just focus on European populations, it'll give me very, very Southern European results. And this one, again, this is the one I showed earlier. East Med, 53.33. Southwest Europe, 25.83. Northwest Europe, 9.17. Northeast Europe, 5.83. Southwest Asian, 5. Okay, and lastly, I just want to go through the Levantine and East Mediterranean plus Southwest Asian results for other populations, and just to compare and contrast for myself and also for Ashkenazi Jews, because I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. So again, my result was 65.83 Levantine, East Mediterranean 53.33 plus South Asian 5, so 58.33. Ashkenazi Jew, and these are all the rest are all averages. Ashkenazi Jew, Levantine, 67.5. East Mediterranean, 54.17 plus Southwest Asian, 8.33 equals 62.5. Ethiopian Jew, Levantine, 26.67. East Mediterranean, 0 plus Southwest Asian, 55.83. So, that's kind of interesting. I mean, Ethiopian Jews do get some Levantine and sort of Arabian results. Georgian Jew, Levantine, 70.83. East Mediterranean 54.17 plus Southwest Asian 7.5 equals 61.67. Iranian Jew. Now look how Levantine Iranian Jews are. They're much more Levantine than non-Jewish Iranians. And you can really clearly see that on PCA. But Iranian Jews get 80.83 Levantine, East Mediterranean 64.17 plus Southwest Asian 9.17 equals 73.34. Iraqi Jew, very Levantine results. Levantine 90, East Mediterranean 65.83 plus Southwest Asian 10 equals 75.83. Italian Jew, very Levantine results as well, 77.5. And then East Mediterranean 62.5 plus Southwest Asian 9.17, 71.67. Libyan Jew. Interesting, it's very similar. All the Western Diaspora Jews, and I've stated this previously in other videos, that we're all very similar as far as our Levantine admixture. Libyan Jew, Levantine 80.83, East Mediterranean 60.83 plus Southwest Asian 19.17 equals 80. Moroccan Jew, 71.67 Levantine, East Mediterranean 48.33 plus Southwest Asian 17.5 equals 65.83. Moroccan Jews very close to Ashkenazi Jews, at least as far as the average goes. Romaniote Jew, Levantine 80.83, East Mediterranean 60.83 plus Southwest Asian 10 equals 70.83. Sephardic Jew, Levantine 74.17, East Mediterranean 72.5 plus Southwest Asian 7.5 equals 80. Syrian Jew, Levantine 88.33, East Mediterranean 65 plus Southwest Asian 14.17 equals 79.17. Tunisian Jew, Levantine 82.5, East Mediterranean 59.17 plus Southwest Asian 19.17 equals 78.34. And lastly, as far as the Jewish populations go, Yemenite Jew, Levantine 86.67. That's a really high Levantine. It's much higher than I thought it would be for Yemenite Jew. East Mediterranean, but then there's like barely any East Mediterranean. But if you're talking about Cyprus as being the reference population for East Mediterranean, that makes more sense. And then plus Southwest Asian, which again I think believe Bedouin is the reference population, 94.17, 97.5. So, and then let's take a look at Southern European populations. Now, some could argue that Cypriot is more Levantine population than Southern Europe. It certainly kind of straddles the Levant Southern Europe divide, but that's 100% Levantine. Look at that. And look, if it's kind of interesting, if East Mediterranean is Cypriot reference population is only 87.5, but then you get 3.33 Southwest Asian for 90.83. Greek, for the lowest Levantine out of all the populations that I ran the admixture calculator through at 45.83. But remember, mainland Greeks mixed with Slavic peoples. So they do have a not insignificant amount of Slavic, at least the mainland Greeks, not the Greek islanders. And Greek gets East Mediterranean 45 and no Southwest Asian. And then so you look at the difference between Greek and Greek Crete, right? So Greek Crete Levantine is up at 65.83, which is right around where I am as an Ashkenazi Jew. And their East Mediterranean is 72.5 plus, and then but there's no Southwest Asian. Whereas Ashkenazi Jews and myself get minor Southwest Asian results. Then you have Maltese, closest population of myself and Ashkenazi Jews. Got Levantine 56.67, East Mediterranean 53.33, and look at that, some about similar South Asian results to Ashkenazi Jews by 0.83, so you get 59.16. And then Sicilian East, it's pretty Levantine 60, just about 5% lower than my average, or than my admixture for Levantine. And then East Mediterranean 52.5 plus Southwest Asian 2.5 is 55. And then Sicilian West, a little bit lower Levantine results, 54.17. And a little bit lower East Mediterranean results, 38.33. But a little bit higher Southwest Asian results at 5.83. So you get 44.16 combining East Mediterranean and Southwest Asian for Sicilian West. And Italian Abruzzo, Levantine, 53.33, not an insignificant amount. Same thing with East Mediterranean, 51.67. And there's no Southwest Asian there. And then Italian South, 55.83 Levantine, 54.17 East Mediterranean, no South Asian. But you can see the Italian South, Italian Abruzzo, Sicilian West, Sicilian East, Maltese. Look how much Levantine they get and East Mediterranean they get. Well, these are the closest populations in PCA to Ashkenazi Jews, including myself. And then let's take a look at Levant populations. So Syrian, Levantine, 77.5. East Mediterranean, 51.67 plus Southwest Asian, 21.67 equals 73.34. Palestinian, Levantine, 88.33. East Mediterranean, 47.5 plus Southwest Asian, 39.17 equals 86.67. And you can see that Palestinians are sort of about half, maybe half East Med Levant and half Southwest Asian. A little less Southwest Asian there, but that goes to show the Arabian influence on the Palestinians from the Arabian Peninsula, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Bedouins, Egyptians, Sub-Saharan Africans. And then Samaritan, the most Levantine, next to Lebanese Christian, 95.83 Levantine, 75.83 East Mediterranean plus 23.33 Southwest Asian equals 99.16 for Samaritan. Then Druze, 94.17 Levantine, East Mediterranean 80 plus Southwest Asian 8.33 equals 88.33. Lebanese Christians, Levantine, 97.5. East Mediterranean, 84.7 plus Southwest Asian, 12.5 equals 97.2. Lebanese Druze, Levantine, 91.67. East Mediterranean, 71.67 plus Southwest Asian, 12.5 equals 84.17. And lastly, Lebanese Muslim, Levantine, 87.5. East Mediterranean, 63.33 plus Southwest Asian, 19.17 equals 82.5. So obviously, the groups that never left the Levant, never had a diaspora, such as the Lebanese, the Palestinian Arabs, you could say similarly the Israeli Arabs, and the ones that did not admix that much with other groups are going to show very Levantine results. But I still think it's pretty amazing that the Diaspora Jews get so much Levantine in East Mediterranean, given our journeys in the diaspora over at sometimes thousands of a couple thousand years. So still very Levantine results. And thank you for watching.